I'm Sonia Jenkins and I'm the University Attraction Manager at IBM in the UK. IBM is the world's largest IT services and consulting company. Your personal brand is essentially what people think of you when they meet you. An online personal brand is basically an extension to this. So this is what people think about you from looking at your online presence, such as Googling you, such as reading any blogs that you've done, or looking at your Facebook or LinkedIn profiles. The big difference between your personal and your online brand is that with an online brand there can be a blurring between your personal life and your professional life. The channel you use is entirely up to you. The key thing to remember is to identify which channel you would like to use for which purpose and avoid any crossover. You can set up something like a blog where you can talk about your personal life, or even something in your professional life such as any technical things you're studying or any research that you're doing. You can use sites like LinkedIn for creating your online professional brand or for networking. And then there are sites like Facebook which are great for your personal online brand. However, as long as you remember that the people who are your friends on Facebook are going to see all of your personal information such as your photographs. It's probably not a good idea to invite somebody who you meet at a careers fair to become your friend on Facebook, because that person is then going to have details of all of your personal life and also get to see photographs of all your exploits and comments that your mates have posted on there to you. The best thing to do in this situation is maybe invite somebody to become a member of your network on LinkedIn. And then there's also Twitter, which is actually great for either your personal online brand or your professional online brand. If you'd like to use it for both, it's probably a good idea to set up 2 accounts and use an alias for one. It's actually becoming really important to have a personal online brand. Graduates these days are actually not staying at companies for a particularly long time. They're actually becoming portfolio workers, which means they move around. And having an online personal brand enables them to do this, because it actually enables them to build up their network online, and they're doing this through sites such as LinkedIn. And because there are so many online channels available to graduates these days, employers are actually expecting their graduates to have an online presence, and not having one can actually be construed as a negative. IBM aren't using social media to actively recruit for graduate positions, because we're very aware that there's actually a blur between a candidate's personal and professional life. So we don't want to ever use sites such as Facebook to actually look at other people's online profiles, because we're aware that candidates aren't 100% in control of the information that's on there. However, we are using sites such as LinkedIn for experienced higher recruitment, but we've not actually used this for graduates. However, in the future we may look to use LinkedIn and also other sites such as Brave New Talent for hiring graduates. We're using social media to connect with graduates and actually try and attract them to IBM. It's a great way of being able to show off our company and actually show them the culture of our company, so they can decide if this is a place that they'd like to work. It's also a fantastic tool at connecting potential graduates to our current graduate population. So when somebody has been offered a graduate role at IBM, it enables them to get in touch with graduates and ask any questions that they may have about our company, and actually get them ready for joining our company when they start. The 3 main sites are LinkedIn, which is kind of like an extended CV, Facebook, which is true social networking, and Twitter, which can be used for both personal and professional networking. It's kind of like an online conversation. For us, we primarily use Facebook and Twitter because these give us an opportunity to connect with a candidate and actually tell them all about the opportunities at IBM. We use LinkedIn for experienced higher recruitment, and we don't use it for graduate recruitment at the moment, but it's something we might look to do in the future. For graduate recruitment, we would only ever look at a candidate's online profile or blog if it was something that they actually directed us to and asked us to actually specifically do that. For experienced higher recruitment, we do use sites such as LinkedIn for the recruitment process. Like I've said, we do use social media for attraction and engagement with candidates. However, we don't use it for making recruitment decisions. My advice is to know your audience, choose your channel and be consistent. Deliver on it and don't vary from it.